Chapter number 28, Success Language. One of the best parts of my job is the front row seat it gives me to life change. I've seen discouraged and defeated doctors just days away from packing it in go to incredible heights, loving the journey and process as much as the destination. It's my job as a coach to find and fan sparks of success into roaring fires. That frequently means assessing where the doctor is mentally and emotionally, and then laying out a game plan that takes the doctor to their desired goals. During the game itself, I play three parts: coach, cheerleader, and referee. I call the plays from the sidelines, cheer my clients on as they execute the plays, and make sure that they stay in bounds, which in this case means that they don't get into negative conversations about themselves or run the wrong way when adversity shows up. Throughout the whole process, I have regular coach, cheerleader, and referee conversations with the player or client, and those conversations have taught me something fascinating. I've noticed that every successful doctor has or develops the same way of communicating. Not only is there a predictable attitude, but the same topics and phrases come up as well. Winners start off their conversations by talking about their wins. They aren't bragging, they're just excited about their success. Winners who talk about their wins create energy in those conversations. And what do they do with that energy? That's right. They pick another target or goal and set out to win at that too. Again and again, a predictable 6-step conversation emerged. Here are the steps. Number 1, wins. Even tiny wins are wins, and they're where successful communicators direct their focus. This also assures that they're in the game and swinging at the ball. Number 2, near-term goals. Their previous wins produce energy that carry them to the next step or target or project. Their near-term goals are realistic, require right-now action, and no more than 6 weeks out. Number 3, action steps. These are the things that a winner is motivated to do and needs to do to reach their next near-term goal. There is no success without action. Successful people take action. Number 4, brainstorming. This is where coach and player put their heads together and strategize. Number 5, problems. Everyone has them, and winners never expect or pretend to be problem-free. However, they don't focus on their problems, and they certainly don't talk about problems at the top of a coaching call. They aren't problem-focused, they're solution-focused. Number 6, affirmations. Winners don't end a conversation without a comment about a positive projected fact about the future. My favorites are, "It's all an adventure," and "kicking butt and taking names." I don't know what that second one means, but I've always liked it. This formula really works. I had a particularly frightened client who obsessed over her problems and wasn't making much progress, and frankly, she was no fun to talk to. Then I told her that all our future calls had to follow the success pattern that begins with wins, near-term goals, action steps, and brainstorming, then tackles the problems. I sold the process well, and she was up for it. On her next phone call, though, she dove right into the crisis of the day and started spiraling out of control. "Hey, remember the new protocol?" I asked. She didn't. I reminded her and required 11 minutes of discussion about her recent wins before we tackled anything else. It went slowly at first because she wasn't very good at talking about wins. Then, with more confidence, she started listing one positive event after another. 11 minutes into the conversation, and she was a new person, excited and ready to set some new near-term goals. "My problems don't seem so bad," she said. "I guess I'm really headed in the right direction." Wow, this was coaching dynamite. Teaching a struggling person how to talk like a winner makes my coaching calls into what amounts to a foreign language lesson. Like learning a foreign language, permanent change doesn't happen overnight or without resistance. Old habits die hard, but results are amazing. It wasn't long before that particular client noticed she had gotten off target and backslid into bad habits and had the ability to self-correct. She liked the new her a lot more, and so did I. By the way, she also added 120 plus patient visits a week to her practice. In summary, winners, successful people, have similar thought patterns that show up in their speech. Those patterns are either innate or acquired. If you teach yourself to communicate like a winner, success can quickly follow. But remember, if you don't act differently, you'll get the same results you always have. Warning, steer clear of the pessimists who regularly relay the next impending disaster. Instead, support the new you by hanging out with people who speak success fluently and demand the same of you. Find groups that share great action-oriented information, set goals, share their wins, and engage in a little friendly competition. Here's to your success.